Do writers expect to be taken literally? Yea, though the mountain be great, so be the valley. Farewell, my friends. This has to end. We've come to the end, where we will never be again. Remember the good times and the bad. Try not to be too sad. It's our time, and then the end. Until we meet again, goodbye, my friends. Your superstitions don't impress me much. Our worlds are worlds apart. What do you call a squid with his own talk show? Calamari Povich. Modern times, people complain about paper cuts, and I mean, you know, I've had them. They're pretty bad. I mean, that hurts a lot. But imagine compared to the days of the knights or the samurai or the Romans or the Egyptians. Ouch, that sword cut sure hurts, man. Man, that sword cut hurts. Oops, that's a doozy. And I dare to save office space. Stacked cubicles. You're already a gold medalist in our hearts. Now that the baby boomers are getting to retirement age, that younger crowd, used to be younger crowd that was rocking in the 60s, is getting to their 60s and is rocking their rockers. You think when people say the South will rise again, that they're talking about biscuits? That's just lip, tongue, and butt cheek humor. You think they can have a social media site on the web for really ugly people, and they could call it Butt Facebook? And maybe it's not that weathermen are bad at predicting weather. Maybe weather just likes being contrary. It's gonna rain. No, I'm not. Clear skies. Oh, yeah. Don't count on it. I'd carry an umbrella. Let's see if this makes sense. Patience is for the lonely. Nah, that don't make no sense. It is the sum of the function of the distance between your hand and your weenie. Maybe the miracles that are written in the Bible are actually just Jewish exaggeration. It rained for 40 days and 40 nights. Oy vey. The children of Israel wandered through the desert for 40 years if it was a day. Oy vey. I make a Southern Jewish guy or something. I don't know what I'm doing here. What? What? We're going to take away your sponsorship. And I apologize to people everywhere of all faiths. I'm a insult to everyone, I believe, pretty much. I mean, nothing personal. I like myself some Jewish people, I do. I'm just making a silly joke. Oy vey. Now, here's one to ponder, to think about. Maybe the Red Sea miracle was a miracle, we'll say that, but it was caused by an earthquake and a tsunami. Perhaps the Lord looked down and said, I got to save those people, my children. Made a little earthquake happen that caused the water to rush back away from the crossing. People of Israel, children of Israel, ran across the dry land, or mostly dry, while the water had receded. And then right about the time they get across, here come the Egyptians, and here come the tsunami. And just wash them Egyptians all away. Who knows? Ever so often, the pragmatists, whatever you say, the practical, the people who have got their feet solid on the ground, they need the proof right in front of their eyes. People, perhaps they're the common people, perhaps they're the people of substance, conservative, I'm not sure, but they kill off all the dreamers. They just go crazy and they kill off all the dreamers. And it takes a couple of generations to grow new dreamers. And that's why you got thin times, and then you got fat times, and you got thin times, and you got fat times. Where you got times when there's very few ideas and everybody just works hard and don't seem to get anywhere. And then there's times of plenty when it seems like the ideas are flowing and creativity is going and things are looking up and everything's improving, and before you know it, all them damn pragmatists go out there and kill all the dreamers again. And then it gets tough for a couple of generations, 10, 20 years, 30 years. And a new batch of dreamers come up there and start figuring out how to make things work better, and things start getting better, and good times are here again, and it's just a cycle of life, the way humans play it. Maybe you don't hear the truth because the little hole in your ear is shaped like a lie. I drive the speed limit. I drive every bit of the speed limit and then some. And I'm not saying that the 80s music sounds all gay and all, but if you listen to it with just a little bit of gayness, it starts to make more sense. It's a wise man who can look at someone else's problems and keep their mouth shut. Anytime you speak in absolutes, you're always wrong. Have a spiritual house. Multi-denominational, multi-religious, everybody come in and pray or believe what you want to believe, sit a spell and have a little bit of Sunday dinner or Saturday and just learn to get along and commune with that sense of unity, of wholeness, of being together and not having to hate each other. My parents were always afraid that I was going to let masturbation get out of hand. With all the security problems and being scanned and passwords and being afraid and having to be encrypted and everything password protected, kind of looking forward to going back to pencil and paper. So I know once again they've come out with somebody else who's written a book. It says it was just Oswald, it was only one shooter. And there's no conspiracy. It was fast, good, tight shooting, but he was a marksman. He could have done it. They got other people that can pull off the same series of shots, same amount of time, same amount of accuracy, all that good stuff. And all I'm saying is, if you want to go back in time, if we ever get time travel, and you want to go back in time and save John F. Kennedy, you might want to plan on stopping more than just Oswald. Do you ever have end of the bag sadness? End of the bag sadness? When you're eating a bag of chips or a bag of cookies and you get to the end of the bag, it's kind of like, oh. What I do is I buy 2 bags. That way when I get to the end of the first bag, I'm not so sad I got another bag. Then people say, well, when you still have in your bag sadness when you was at the end of the second bag? I said, no. Then I have end of the second bag sadness. Second bag sadness. It's not quite so sad. I say, no, that's the end of the second bag. Not quite so sad. Wonder which one came first, Led Zeppelin or Iron Butterfly? You ever go up to a palm tree and just go, high five? Well, that's the biggest... That's not that one over. Well, that's the most outrageous exaggeration in the whole universe. That's the biggest understatement of all time. Yes, we have no bandanas. We have no bandanas today. The reason, yes, we have no bananas was not sung about bandanas. Nobody runs out of bandanas. Yes, we have no bandanas. We have no damn bananas today. I don't know whoever said it, but this ain't heaven. And 'cause I can imagine worse, it ain't hell either. And because I can imagine worse suggests it ain't hell either. Jesus is back, and this time she's black. as hell. When you like something before they made it new and improved, does that make you worry? If they know that the art is Baroque, why don't they fix it? The level of parking in this deck ain't what it used to be. I'm so tired of worrying about my weight. I'm gonna start worrying about my height. I'm so tired of worrying about my weight. I'm gonna start working on my height. I woke up to a little bowl of rock and roll, so watch out. I had a little bowl of rock and roll today. Evidently, there's no evidence of evidence in evidence. He's one of those work release girls. One of them work release girls. Work release working girls. One of those work release working girls. Religion isn't about God. It's about man. I can see it if I close my eyes. Wow, those new tax laws really threw me for a loophole. Really threw me for a loophole. Why, any fish can be a catfish. Now the termite poop wood. Scanner Radio is my favorite show. The aliens from Mars I hear while driving my car. Here's a new idea to save money. In the morning when you first get up and you feel like you gotta take care of business, hold it until you get to work. You save water, paper. You're not taking anything away from work. It's like recycling. Sloan, I've noticed as I've gotten older, my metabolism has slowed down some. They've given away all their profits for the sake of their profits. Here's a name for a band. Sounds like fun. We just need you to stop thinking like a ping pong ball. The moral to the movie Sling Blade is don't joke around with retards, especially not about what to do with your body after they done killed you. With the WYSIWYG, what you see is what you get. Possible future coming, heads-up display. Will looking and winking become clicking and dragging? I remember when buttons Well, things you pushed, you didn't just click on them. Heck, I remember when you used to button them. Lately, I've become a lot less fat and happy and more just fat and fat.